welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Charlie, and as you guessed it, I am bringing you this simple, quick, and easy, oh so sexy look for Valentine's Day. So lovers and friends, get ready. Without further ado, let's hop into this video. So of course, I'm starting with my brows, and for my brows, I like to use the NYX micro brow pencil in the shade Espresso. So okay, now remember ladies, you want your brows to be cousins, not twin sisters. Because you know your brows take forever, so I'm just going to brush them out a bit. And I know you guys see me add like an extra line in front of my brows. That's only because I don't really have a front brow, like from getting them waxed and threaded so many different times by so many different people over the years. The fronts have kind of just like dispersed. So the girl has no front. So I just do that so that I can bring over the eyebrow pencil, like bring my eyebrow over to where I actually want it to start. So I just started a little bit over here so that I can have a front of my brow. Okay, so now to clean it up, I am going to use, is this my girl? Okay. I'm going to use the LA Pro Conceal in the shade Warm Honey. And I am using this is, I don't even know what type of brush this is. I don't know. I got this from Target, but it is a concealer brush. And as you can see, it's like very, very sturdy, but yet flexible. So that's how you really want your eyebrow, well, the concealer brush that you use for your brow to be, so that it's easier to just. Also, I only conceal the bottom of my brows, but that is a personal preference. So whatever you all would like to do, it's up to you. That's just what I like to do. So now that I have my brows concealed, I'm actually going to set them, and I'm just going to use a little bit of my CoverGirl Clean Professional to set my eyes. And you want to make sure you set your eyes so that your eyeshadow goes nowhere. And also, whenever you use a cream product, you just are supposed to go over it with the powder. Okay, so now that my eyebrows are on and my lids have been prepped for eyeshadow. I have 2 palettes here. I'm going for a soft glam for the eyes and something really, really simple for you all. And then I'm going to do a bold red lip. So the 2 palettes that I'm going to go in between today are the Jaclyn Hill palette. And then I have the Be the Game Changer by Makeup Obsession. So I'm going to go into... I haven't did eyeshadow in so long, so let's just hope that this comes out exactly how it should. So I'm using this Real Techniques eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to go into the shade. So my transition today is going to be buns. Can you see that? It's going to be buns. So I'm going to use that as my transition shade. Again, we're keeping the look a little on the soft side. Well, let me start over here. So so this is looking really good, and I do want to darken it up just a little bit. So I did see which one do I like better? That's really, really dark. I'm actually going to go back into the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to go into the shade Mocha. It's like a little brown, and we're just going to add that just a little, not much. Just to darken that up a bit. We are going for sexy, ladies. And then I'm going to use this is like a small fluffy brush, just so that I can add a little more of the transition shade on top. So we're going back into buns, and I'm just going to... You do not want to lose your transition shade. So I'm just going to go over that a little bit. Okay, so for the lid, we are definitely going to do something light. I actually could have did... I just want to show you these palettes because this is how much of a boring person that I am. These palettes are pretty much the same, like neutral colors. So yeah. But to show my Makeup Obsession palette some love, because I've had it since October and I've never used it, I'm going to go into the shade. We're going to see if it's going to go on light enough. But I'm going to go into this shade here, Shape. Can you see that? This shade. Oh! This shade here, Shape, which is like a light color. So this is going to be perfect for my lid, especially because I'm doing such a bright lip. I like that. So I am loving that. That is it for the eyes. I'm actually going to just go back in because I could use a little more of buns just to really blend it.
Do you all read about this or hear this? That you used to go up on Mulholland Drive and park
every night
and visualize seeing yourself as...
Yeah, I would.
Okay, so that is it for the eyeshadow. I am going to pop on my lashes and I will be back to get into this face. Okay, I am back and my lashes are on. These are just some drugstore lashes. This is the brand that I get, I Envy, and this is the style 19. These are like my glam lashes, and then this is the style 13. These are my everyday lashes. And the lash glue I use is also by them, I Envy. It works really, really well. However, you need to let it dry or it will be everywhere. So for this face, I've already put on my primer. This is the first time I'm using it. It's the Ulta Beauty Poreless Primer. I heard that it was really, really good. So I'm going to try this out today. Well, it's on my skin now. It had a very good consistency. So for foundation, because we are doing a full coverage glam look, I am using my Holy Grail Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 335, which is Classic Tan. Now, you know I like to mix my low end with my high end. So my concealer and a lot of the other products I will be using are high end. I use a brush for foundation, so I'm just going to put this on a brush. So now that I have my foundation on, I'm going to take a beauty blender, which I'm going to spray with my e.l.f. setting spray, just so it can be a little damp. And I'm going to just blend my makeup. Get that chin, ladies. Get up under that neck. And as you can see, I've already wiped off the front of my brow. But also, there's something. Okay. Also, if you noticed, I use my foundation brush to clean up the top of my brows. And that way, it's just blending in. I hate when it's like, you can see that you have concealer over your brow and under your brow. So I just find that this technique works better for me. So, just make sure. Okay, now that that is all blended out, we are going to go in with concealer. Now, this is my favorite concealer. Finding this blessed me, okay? Like, my makeup has been 10 times better. And again, mixing high end with low end can give you a very great face. You don't necessarily have to buy the most expensive foundation, but having a few high end products in your arsenal can take your makeup game from a C- to an A+. Seriously. So we are just using the Tarte Tape Shape. This is my jam. Like, seriously, this is my ish. So I am using the shade 42S, which is Tan Sand. And you really don't even need a lot. Now, because we are doing a very bold lip, I am going to highlight under my nose. I know I look crazy. And we're just going to take that beauty blender and blend it out. Now, I've learned going back and forth gives you the most even amount of coverage underneath. Okay. So I have to be careful not to get my eyeshadow. Sis, make sure you blend it out. Like, that's all I'm doing right now, is like making sure that, because I did put a lot of concealer on. Usually what I really do is take the brush from the travel kit, like the travel size one, and use that, because the bigger brush is just like, oh gosh. Baby, you have concealer everywhere, like, when you do that. And because a little goes a long way. And as you can see, I'm concealing around my nose because I have really bad sinuses, so my nose is always really red. Okay. Now, I did blend my concealer up just so it can have somewhere to go. I didn't want to bring it down on my face, but okay. Now my dang eyes look crazy, but we're gonna fix that. Okay, so for contour, what am I going to use? Now, I know you're going to say this is not a like contour powder, but this is my girl, and this is what I use. So I use two different products for contouring. The first is the True Complexion Contour Palette by Black Radiance. This is my favorite, and it is in the shade light to medium. And then even though this is a bronzer, I use it as a concealer, and concealer. I don't know what's going on. I use this as a contour shade, and I go over it with a bronzer. So this is the Fenty Beauty bronzer in Baja Gayo. I don't know. Bajan Gayo. I don't know what that is, but this is the shade, and I'll open it up so you all can see it. And this is not like, it's a really good shade. It's not really like glittery, which a lot of bronzers, like one of my favorites, this one is like falling apart. But a lot of bronzers they have like a glittery or a glitziness to it, and this has more of a powdery texture without the like glittery backing to it, or whatever you want to call it. So first, I'm going to start with my Black Radiance palette, and I mix the shades, the contour and the scope shade. One is just like a little bit darker, and one's like a little bit lighter. Now, this tells you how to use the shades if you need to have a diagram or something, but I just go with the flow, baby, and this is what I do. So I go OD with the contour only because your contour really helps shape your face, and it takes away all of the starkiness of your concealer. Okay, so now that I have on the first contour shade, it's not blended in, so don't even worry. I'm actually going to put some powder. And again, I'm using my Clean Professional by Maybelline. This is like my girl right here. I'm going to put some powder underneath my eyes just so they can set. And I don't really want it to be very starky, so I'm kind of going to blend it in just a little bit, because if you let it sit too long without it blending in, it will have your eyes looking really cakey, and girl, we don't do cakey makeup over here. And then I'm just going to put some here and on my chin. And then I'm going to contour my nose. So I'm using like a flat, it's a flat fluffy brush. That's what I'm using to contour my nose. And then I'm just going to take a little powder. And then I'm going to take a little powder on my forehead. Okay, so now that I'm all powdery, I'm going to go in with the same brush. With the same contour brush for my face and the bronzer. And I'm going to add that on top just to deepen it up a little bit and give it a warmer shade. So once you have a nice amount of that over your original contour shade, I am going to use my favorite face brush. Face brush. If you do not have this brush, you really need to get one because it helps blend your makeup flawlessly. This is the Real Techniques face brush, and I'm going to use this to blend out my makeup. I probably should have started on this side since you're closer to the camera. Okay, so now that my contour is pretty much blended out, everything besides my nose, which I need to do. Okay, so now that that is all blended out, I am going to take my powder brush and dust away all of the excess powder. So I'm going to clean up my contour on the side. Blend, baby, blend that face, that nose. Okay, so now that that is done, I'm actually going to go back in with one more powder. This is something that's more of a skin tone. And this is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder. I absolutely love this powder. So this is the shade 330. It's in Toffee. So I'm going to use a big powder brush, and I'm just going to pretty much go over my face with this big powder brush, just to set all the rest of my face. Okay. Now that that is done, I am actually going to set my face with my setting spray, and then we have to do some under eye, baby. I'm looking for my under eye brush. Okay, here we go. So I don't know why I need that brush right now, but I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. setting spray. This is my girl right here, and I'm actually going to cover my eyes at first. I covered up my eyes at first because I do like to give myself a massive spray. So, and then I'm going to go back in. Yeah. Okay. So I do want to line my lid, and I'm just going to use one of the shades that we use for the eyes, and I'm going to mix the shades buns. Oh yeah, that is buns. Buns and mocha, just so we can, just a little of both. Yeah, this is looking good. So for our lip, it is Valentine's Day, so we have to do a sexy red lip. Of course, we are using Ruby Woo by MAC, and this is a red NYX pencil. Now, if you want the best red lip possible, use a liner. This makes a difference. And then I'm just going to, because we're using MAC, I'm going to set my lips. They sell primers at the store, but girl, who's buying that? So this is the finished look. I am absolutely loving it. Thank you all for joining me. I hope that you all really enjoyed this video. If you do this makeup tutorial, make sure you tag me on Instagram at charliesworld__. Make sure you're following my business page at Shop Glamour Society. We are dropping our new collection February 26th. I am so excited. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you're new here, my name is Charlie. Make sure you join the party. And I will see you all in my next video.